Hi, Gerald. We have a plan. We have an offensive strategy that is going to offset the enemy and help us overcome the challenges that we're faced with. Gerald, you and I are both in a fight for our lives. You are fighting for 30, maybe 40% of your profit and a huge chunk of residual revenue. Keep in mind, I'm going to do a little role play with you, and I'm going to pretend like I'm the guy that you've hired to talk to Lee, or I'm the guy that Snap-on, through Gerald Peeke, has hired to talk to Lee. Okay? We're going to do a little role play. I want you just to open up your mind and think about it. Okay? I want you to consider that in life, we've got the good book, don't we? Can you imagine what society would be like without the good book, going back through the ages? We've got the Old Testament, we've got the New Testament. It tells us how to live. It's a good foundation. It's great learning. It's great teaching. It's inspired by God. It's what we do, right? Well, in business, we have best practices. And those best practices, bestpractices.org on the internet, have been around for years and years and years. And they're a group of people that are dedicated to coming up with best practices that fit every single situation, down to how we change the toilet paper roll. And you might laugh, but how you change a toilet paper roll in a mission-critical 24-hour 100% uptime data center is absolutely mission critical. Every part of that is mission critical. So, you have some mission critical things too. You don't do your vouchers right, your salespeople sell the wrong things to the wrong people. Guess what? You can lose $1 million. And you multiply that by 5, 6, 7, 8 years and you could be out $10 million. So, best practices stop that from happening. Okay? So, I want you to imagine, you take a guy like me, you hire him, you put him on the phone, and he makes an appointment with Lee. Okay, and this is a little bit how it would go, okay? All right, now we're going to get into our business. Now you'll notice I'm wearing a camouflage hat. I wore the camouflage hat on purpose, Gerald, because, again, we are in a fight for our lives. All right, now, we're on the phone. We call up Lee. Lee. Hi, Lee. Bill Stayert. I'm a consultant with ABC Consulting Services. We do best practice institutions. And we help companies develop their best practices and institute them inside their companies, typically when there's been a big problem. And these big problems, a lot of times, are big problems. This one seems to be manageable. Now, I'm not trying to talk you into anything at all. If you've already made a decision, I respect that. What we'd like to do, what Snap-on would really like to have happen here, is we'd like to institute a best practice that we can give you and that you can use with your other people to institute a proven way to make sure to guarantee efficiency within your operation. That's it. Okay? Now, best practices, he's going to know what they are. Okay? I'm not going to have to sell him on best practices. I'm going to probably throw out a few bullets and say a couple things that I've noticed from what I've seen is our paperwork is hard to read. It doesn't move back and forth with a ledger. And we've got things being sold that shouldn't be sold. All those can be addressed in a policy. And one of the things we're thinking about on the selling of the items to people that shouldn't get things like knives or whatever they are, or spray washers, I don't know. But whatever those things that they're not allowed to buy, there's a training piece inside the best practice manual, okay? And each employee signs off on that. They're certified, they understand. And they understand by certifying themselves that they will lose their job and or be suspended and or have some kind of repercussion that we mutually agree on. I mean, PMA and Snap-on mutually agree on, and we'll make it policy. We'll institute that policy. That'll be part of it. The other part of it will be moving that data back and forth in a more efficient manner, maybe with an FTP site, maybe with a SaaS site, a software as a service site, where we post it up there and attach the PDF, and a running ballast comes back. So there's going to be some solutions. Again, whatever your decisions are, that's fine. I'm not here to talk you into anything. I'm just here to develop a best practice to keep this type of thing from happening in the future. And if you could give me 15 minutes of your time on Tuesday at about 10 o'clock, I'm going to come to see you. Does that sound fair? Great. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday. And maybe if you have time, maybe you have an early lunch, I'll buy you lunch. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Gerald, that's what we're thinking about, okay? I think it'll work. You know what? I know it'll work, okay? I know it'll work. And you know what? Maybe you'll get a little slap on the wrist this time. But I'll tell you what, we put a best practice together, it'll be better for you too. It'll be way better for you. Because you'll know what's coming and going, you'll have good paperwork on it, and you'll rest assured that this type of thing's never going to happen again. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let's go get them.